राइट एंड व्हाट्स टोस्टिंग में आज हमारे पास हैं गेस्ट ऑन सेट जिनका नाम है माहिरा सरफराज. वो बिजनेस डेस्क एट dawn.com से ही आई हैं. सो वेलकम टू द शो.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely, we're happy to have you as well क्योंकि आज हम आपसे बात करेंगे बजट की जो कि 2025-2026 में अभी रिवील हुआ है. एंड आई बिलीव आप 2 साल से बजट कवर कर रही हो, सो यू probably know quite well about it.
I mean, things at dawn.com are always hectic. You know, you cover the budget throughout the day and you just, try to make sense of it, try to make it makes sense for the general audience.
For the general audience as well. तो when the budget is made, क्या हमें ये समझाया नहीं जाता कि कोई डिसीजन क्यों लिया गया है कि या ये सिर्फ एनालिस्ट्स बैठ के डिसाइड करते हैं या
the finance minister usually covers why certain things have gone down. Of course, journalists raise their own questions कि ये क्यों हुआ है, और analysts also break down, which raises like they break it down for the general audience कि ये क्यों हुआ है. So of course questions rise, and of course it's the government's job to explain things to us.
Of course, so they do it,
yeah,
right? अच्छा, अब अगर हम बिग पिक्चर देखते हैं तो हाउ वुड यू डिस्क्राइब कि ओवरऑल टोन एंड डायरेक्शन हमारे 2026 के बजट की क्या है? क्या आपको लग रहा है कि ये फिस्कल डिसिप्लिन हम मेंटेन रखेंगे या एक शिफ्ट होगा?
Again, the entire budget, it reflects the government's ongoing efforts for fiscal consolidation, which we desperately need for the IMF program.
Bilkul.
I mean, the entire reason the delay for the budget from 2nd June to 10th June was because they were having negotiations with the IMF.
IMF के साथ, okay.
So this reflects the fiscal discipline that the government is trying to implement. I mean, you can see it in the numbers. You can see it the way they've kept the fiscal deficit at 3.9% for the entire country. They're really trying this time.
They are, yeah, absolutely. और do you think IMF जो है on board तो है? It's a very ambitious way to look at it, but it's not impossible. Do you think it's impossible? I don't think it's impossible.
No, the IMF is definitely on board. They've covered.
No. ये जो हम लोग जितने भी ambitious plan बनाया हुआ है, do you think it's reachable or not reachable?
So it's definitely ambitious, but it's also pragmatic in a way that, and of course, considering our country and how it is, there have been, like, if you consider the history, there have always been slippages. People mess up here and then there's outrage, and then journalists cover it. So the main thing would be the implementation of these reforms. I mean,
Got it. So the government is basically targeting a fiscal deficit of 5% of GDP. क्या ये realistic है economic और political development के लिए?
3.9%. I mean, they have reduced the expenditures. I mean, we can say that this is one of the main, issues with the IMF. I mean, if they are targeting a surplus, that's a good thing. They're trying to reduce the expenditure. Whether it's ambitious, I wouldn't call it very ambitious. People have raised questions that the finance minister promised bold measures, but there wasn't really anything bold about it. It's the same, the things that they needed to please the IMF.
IMF, of course. And I think ये भी तो third, अगर आप देखें तो third consecutive year है of basically primary surplus. आपको लगता है कि ये पाकिस्तान की credibility IMF के साथ किस तरीके से reflect करता है?
Definitely. I mean, primary surplus, at 2.4%, they're really just trying that the IMF releases the next tranche. The IMF review is going to come up, and they're really just trying to make sure, because the macroeconomic stability is based on the IMF program. If we complete it, you've seen some good news over the past year. कि पिछले साल inflation चली गई है नीचे, and the stock exchange is doing relatively well. It's hit multiple highs. So you can see that it is based on the fact that we are in this IMF program. It's bringing in macroeconomic stability. The implementation part is on the government. Like it's that
कि कितना अच्छा implement होता है कि नहीं होता. अच्छा, एक नया section आया है 114C Right, and it's targeting non-filers. کیا یہ آپ کو لگتا ہے effective restriction ہوگا for economic transactions? کیا یہ ہمارا tax base بڑھائے گا؟
دیکھو, this will definitely create some friction for non-tax filers. This will encourage them because heavy purchases, they've been restricted from heavy purchases, from property, from owning cars, from accessing bank accounts. So this will definitely play a part in bringing them to the tax net. However, again, it depends on the people, right? It depends on what's going on in their mindset. It depends on the government and how effective they are in their implementation. It depends on administrative ability. So all of these factors play a part. In theory, it looks good. In theory, it does look good, but وہی والی بات ہے, in theory تو we can, I think we've come up with a lot of things. اگر ہم پچھلا بجٹ بھی دیکھیں, اچھا let's rewind back a little. ہمارا جو ابھی بجٹ تھا, what do you think was that جب یہ بنا تھا تو اس کی کوئی افیکٹونیس ہم نے دیکھی تھی اس سال میں اپنی اکانومی میں؟ اس سال میں کوئی فائدہ دیکھا ہم نے؟ I mean, there were some slippages, especially regarding the tax revenue, the tax target for the FBR. There have been multiple times where they have been not able to meet their tax target.
Yeah.
This time they put the FBR's tax target at 14%.
Yeah.
So the one thing that I would say which was disappointing for analysts and for everyone around us, that the finance minister did not go into detail about the tax net, bringing the real estate, agriculture and all of these other sectors.
And now it has been.
میں بہت مشکور ہوں کہ جو ڈان گروپ نے جو کلائمیٹ چینج پہ جو انیشیٹو لیا ہے, بہت میں اس کا مشکور ہوں, بیکاز آئی ہیو کیپٹ آن سیئنگ دس از این ایگزسٹینشیل تھریٹ ٹو پاکستان. جو بریتھ پاکستان کے تھرو آپ نے اس کو آپ آگے لے کر چلے ہیں, آئی ہیو ٹو کمینڈ یو, یور انسٹیٹیوشن اور آپ کے جو اسپانسرز ہیں, میں ان کا شکریہ ادا کرنا چاہتا ہوں, بیکاز اس کو اجاگر کرنے میں اور اس کی جو امپورٹنس ہے کہ کیونکہ یہ دیکھیں کلائمیٹ چینج اب وہ بات نہیں رہی کہ 22 کے فلڈز آ گئے خدا نہ خواستہ. اب تو جو ہم اسلام آباد میں رہتے ہیں تو ہر ہفتے جو جھکڑ چلتے ہیں اور جو اولے گرتے ہیں, یہ دس از نیور ہیپنڈ بیفور. دس از وی آر لیونگ کلائمیٹ چینج ڈے ان اینڈ ڈے آؤٹ. تو میں پہلے شکریہ ادا کرنا چاہتا ہوں آپ کی انسٹیٹیوشن کا فار لیڈنگ دا چارج انڈر بریتھ پاکستان.
Amazing, and we're proud to be Dawn News right now because of that amazing, acknowledgement we just got, because climate change pe we do talk a lot. So, climate change سے ہی میں اب کنیکٹ کرنا چاہوں گی ہمارا اگلا سوال. سولر پینلز کے اوپر 18% آئی بلیو ان لوگوں نے لگا دیا ہے سیلز ٹیکس. ٹھیک ہے, اب کہاں ایک طرف ہم بولتے ہیں کہ ہم گرین اکانومی کی طرف جا رہے ہیں, اور کہاں ہم نے 18% ٹیکس لگا دیا سولر پینل پہ. انلیس گورنمنٹ کوئی سبسڈیز دے رہی ہے یا کچھ ایسا کر رہی ہے جس سے بندہ سولر پینل خرید لے, پھر بھی how are they planning to make this work? How does this make sense?
Nikki, this does seem like a contradiction of sorts, but the government has explained that this is because they want to give local manufacturers a chance. This is because it's based on imported solar panels. So they have said that they want to give local manufacturers a chance, and we should really confirm that if this is because, if this is a permanent thing or if this is like a short-term relief sort of a thing to get them, to help the manufacturers.
Yeah.
But this does seem like a contradiction of sorts,
Yes,
because solar panels, you have to,
you have to go green in the economy as well, because climate change ہے, existential crisis ہے یقیناً. اچھا, انٹرسٹنگلی اگر آپ دیکھیں تو کوئی انکریز نہیں تھا کیپٹل گینز اور ڈیویڈنڈ ٹیکس کے اوپر, تو آپ کو کیا لگتا ہے کہ کیا یہ اسٹاک مارکیٹ صحیح سے ریسیو کرے گی اس چیز کو؟
جی, this has been well received by the stock market. In fact, this is one of the plus points of the budget, because investors were expecting sort of like an increase. So, 0.5% decrease in the super tax and no change in the CGT. That has been well received by the investors and the stock market.
ٹھیک ہے, اور انفلیشن کی تھوڑی سی بات کرتے ہیں. I believe last year the inflation was a lot more.
Yeah, we reached a high of more than like 30%.
Right, and now I think we're at a 20.
Yeah, we've significantly gone down.
Reduced, right? So tell me कि ये inflation हमारे budget को कैसे affect कर रही है? How are we related to that? Inclusive of taxes, inclusive of everything. Inflation हमें कैसे affect करेगी?
So the government has set the inflation target at 7.5%, which is sort of realistic because we have gone down.
Yeah.
So inflation, what people really need to know is that this is a change in the pace of inflation. It's not like prices are going down. It's just that prices are increasing at a lower rate. So that's what most people fail to understand. That's what I've worked on for the past year.
अच्छा नहीं, मगर इन्फ्लेशन में अगर हम एक और चीज़ का भी रियलिटी चेक देखना चाहेंगे, हम देखना चाहेंगे फ्यूल प्राइसेस कितनी स्टेबल है, पहली चीज़. दूसरी चीज़ फिर हम रुपये की वैल्यू भी देखना चाहेंगे. हमें किसी किस्म का कोई मेजर शॉक भी नहीं चाहिए, राइट? एंड अगर आप कंपेयर करो विद द प्रीवियस ईयर, और क्या चेंजेस आपको नज़र आते हैं बजट के अंदर?
देखिए, देयर हैज़ बीन एन इंक्रीज इन द कार्बन लेवी 2.5% फॉर द I mean, the government also collects the petroleum development levy. So these are two things that will impact the petrol prices. Of course, there's also international developments. It all depends on the geopolitical environment. जैसे कि Middle East हो गया, जैसे कि if Pakistan, God forbid, goes into any conflict, that's going to impact the geopolitical landscape. It will also impact the petrol prices because we import fuel. So that will definitely increase prices.
अच्छा, और ये भी सुना गया है कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स की सैलरीज में काफ़ी ज़्यादा बड़ा जंप आया है
जी.
So what about that?
So there has been a 10% increase in government salaries and a 7% increase in pensions. Of course, the government, I mean, you think about the increase in salaries for the speaker and the NA speaker. They have said that this is after 9 years. So they justified that move. But there has been an increase in government salaries. No change whatsoever for the minimum wage. It still stands at 37,000.
Oh.
So
but why though? Why do you think that happens? I think हमारी minimum wage change करना तो ज़रूरी था.
Yeah, that is something that most people are arguing for.
Arguing about, that's not okay. So are they going to revise it, you think?
There's nothing regarding it in the budget. People were really disappointed regarding that because we really do need an increase in the minimum wage. You consider that inflation reached a high of 30% and it's gone down, but it's still increasing at 7%. So they really do need to work on the minimum wage. I mean, 37,000 barely covers anything.
Barely covers anything at all. Minimum, I think 45 तो होनी चाहिए.
Yeah, more so.
I mean, आजकल अगर हम भी खर्चा करते हैं, हम भी देखते हैं, कहीं नहीं आपके 50,000 तो ऐसे ही खुल ही जाते हैं घर के खर्चे इन चीज़ों वगैरह के अंदर, right? Minimum.
You barely notice where the money is going. I mean, you think about the laborers where they have basic needs to fulfill. They have to, rent the house. They have to buy food.
Absolutely. हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं इस साल का बजट and हम लोग अभी ब्रेक पे जाने से पहले यही डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि फार्मर्स क्या फील करेंगे अबाउट द बजट. There are no taxes on pesticides, right?
जी.
So are they feeling good about that?
जी, farmers were expecting more. I mean, definitely no tax on pesticides. It's a win for them. But you have to consider that Pakistan's GDP, agriculture accounts for 20% of that. 40% of labor is, they work in agriculture in some way or the other.
Yeah.
So you have to think about the fact that we are also impacted by climate change. There are so many factors at play. Agriculture output last year was impacted.
That
it went down, and so they were definitely expecting more. This is a welcome development that there were no new taxes on pesticides because that's a very important input into their work.
Of course, and we are also expecting better weather conditions this time around, less water shortages के ताकि हम लोग agriculture के ऊपर तो कम से कम अपनी GDP पे काम करते रहें, right?
So Pakistan has always been impacted by floods. The climate change is just getting worse. So the government needs to think regarding that. I mean, any new changes, any different things that can happen, they need to consider the farmers first, because they are our poorest segment sometimes.
Of course, and they are, of course, and they're the ones working hard in the field and providing for us as well. अच्छा, और सुना है कि salaried individuals और teachers को भी कुछ support मिलेगा for housing. क्या ये meaningful है चीज़ या सिर्फ cosmetically लग रही है आपको?
Yeah, so this is one of the most important parts of the budget. You know, the salaried individuals were very impacted last year, you know, very heavily burdened. Even the finance minister explained that we cannot burden the salaried classes anymore. I mean, people like you and I, we also focus on the fact that, you know, what's going on with the salaried individuals. So they have introduced some relief, but analysts argue that this is, you know, very little, you know, because this is going to be offset by the inflation, which is still increasing.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about, of course, you know, you think about that last year for people earning up to 1.2 million, the tax was around 30,000. It has gone down to 6,000 now. And, you know, people earning from 1.2 to 2.2 million, it has gone from 15% to 11%.
Nice.
And 2.2 to 3.2 million, it has gone from 25% to 23%. So it's definitely something that we are,
yeah, definitely, and something that feels good as well. और इसी पे बात करते हुए मायरा, अगर हम एक्सपोर्ट्स और इंपोर्ट्स भी देखते हैं, क्या आपको लगता है कि दे आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू ग्रो गिवन कि हम लोग जो है वो सरप्लस टू डेफिसिट शिफ्ट करें?
Yeah, the government has, you know, projected that imports and exports will grow, and we are an import-led economy. You know, we are so heavily dependent on imports. You know, that is where the entire balance of payments crisis rises. You know, it's one of the major things that impact our economy. So yeah, those are expected to grow, but the government also projects that it will be able to control its imports. You know. But IMF also insists that, you know, we become a free market economy. We don't really control and, you know, put like a restriction on our imports. So those are definitely the things that we need to watch out for as a country. These are like one of the major factors that impact our economy.
Of course, absolutely. अच्छा, और टोटल आउटले टारगेटेड किया गया है at 17.6 ट्रिलियन, जो कि डाउन हुआ है by 7% or by 1.3 trillion as compared to 18.9 trillion outlay pichla. So what do you have to say about that?
This shows that the government is somewhat trying to control its expenditures. You know, 17.6 revenue is expected at 19 trillion, and so the expenditures, they are trying, you know, the markup on interest payments has gone down 8%. So we can see that there has been a change, you know, but this is all related to fiscal discipline. You know, they are trying to make themselves more, you know, head towards fiscal austerity, and that is one of the parts of the IMF program.